Hello guys, it's Corey here, and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a quick video for you guys. Now, obviously I've talked about commanders a lot, especially with Reforged, and in this video here, I have an interesting one to show you. Now, this footage you see in the background here, this is actually from a YouTube video. It's from World of Tanks Modern Armor, which is essentially, it's like the console version of the game. So, as you can see here, they actually have commanders in World of Tanks Modern Armor. Now, commanders in World of Tanks, in general, like for Blitz at least, I did mention exactly how I believe you should fix them, and I made a video on it before. So you can check out my video. I'll have it linked at the end of the video for sure, in the top right. But for now, I'm not really going to go over every single thing I think about commanders. I already said this in my past video. I even sent the video to Wargaming. Hopefully they watched it. But essentially, again, just to sum it up, if you haven't watched it, is that commanders, you should not give them individual skills. You should make every tank universally the same. No tank should be have different abilities than another tank, because then that just messes with the game, makes it very difficult to kind of it makes it very difficult to predict what your the enemy you're fighting is gonna have, what kind of ability they have. It's gonna take away from the skill of the game. Once they create this kind of level of unpredictableness, it's very difficult to be able to counter your opponent, or at least even know how to counter their opponent or how to defend yourself from your opponent. There's a lot of different skills that goes into it that you just cannot balance this, and it will ruin the game in my opinion. So that's my verdict on commanders in general. I said commander in this video that I have up front for you guys. I said in this video, make commanders cosmetic only, and do not give them any kind of ability. Do not make players have to buy them in order to get these abilities. Never do this. Again, if you want to introduce commanders the right way, make it purely cosmetic, just like a lot of the successful games like CS, or even Fortnite. Everything in there is only cosmetic. Nothing actually affects the actual gameplay, which is the main part that I wanted to focus on. Now, in this video here, I did come across this completely randomly, but I said before, in my video as well, I was saying if you do introduce commanders as cosmetic items, you should make them based on real people, on maybe even movie characters or stuff like that. And in this game here, in this World of Tanks Modern Armor game, they've done exactly that. Look at the way they modeled this commander here in front of us. You're gonna see the way he moves looks realistic. The way he looks is realistic. I mean, before I even see the title, you can see the title, Montgomery, right here. He's a famous World War II British commander. I already knew who this was just based on the way he looked. I already knew who that was. I didn't even have to look at all. This is the kind of commander graphics that Wargaming should pursue for Blitz. I mean, they've done this already for their other game. Why can't they do it for Blitz as well? I don't see a problem with it. I feel like it's entirely possible. So in my opinion, this is a very good example of how commanders in Blitz could look like. I mean, I think if you had a cosmetic British World War II commander, I don't think people are going to complain. Again, you're not forcing it down their throats. They're just they buy it if they want to. If they don't want to, they don't have to buy it at all, right? Everything is fine. That's how it should be. And you can see here again, this is what I talked about, the movie figures, or the action, the characters and stuff. Yeah, Raphael, obviously Ninja Turtle. Now he is a little goofy looking in my opinion, at least in this situation, but still, I wouldn't mind this if it was in the game as cosmetic only, and if I wasn't forced to see this. Again, players that buy their commanders or whatever, or have their commanders in their garage, I feel like this shouldn't be forced for everybody to see their commander. Then it takes away from the experience of the game. Because as Wargaming, right, it's very obvious Wargaming wants to appeal to a younger audience, but at the same time, they can do that without ruining the older audience as well, from wanting to play the game. So the older audience, of course, are going to be more attracted to somebody who is a real life figure, somebody who is a real life commander, right? Montgomery, very famous commander in World War II. Everybody knows who he is, at least from the older generation, and so that older players will definitely like to have him in the garage. Okay, they can have him in the garage. It only shows up in their garage and then doesn't show up for anybody else. Then somebody who's on the younger side can buy the Ninja Turtle or whatever they want, a little bit more of a goofy looking character. It doesn't matter, as long as I don't get to see it, as long as it's not forced into the game for my part. If I don't want it in the game, I don't think there's any issue with that at all. I don't think anybody has a problem with that. In the same time, Wargaming actually gives themselves a huge advantage by doing that, because they can appeal to different kinds of audiences without annoying any of them, So this for me is a very good example. Now, of course, again, in this game, I have no idea how the commanders work in this game. I assume they have skill sets or whatever, the same way that the Reforged has it at the moment. But again, that should not happen. Cosmetic only, and make it like that. Make the cosmetics similar to what this game looks like, and that's it. I think this is a very, very good example of how to set this game up. Now, again, if we move up a little bit here, towards the end of the battle, you can see that in this stream here, you can see that when the battle ends, you get this visual pop up and the commanders pop up. Right now, take a look at these commanders here for you. right away, you're gonna see you have a variety of different commanders. I mean, this guy here, very obviously U.S. soldier. He's using the M1 Garand, I think. That's the gun, so that's pretty historic. At least it's a historical thing. This one here, I'm not really sure who this woman is, but still looks like fairly realistic, you know? Like, this would fit into Blitz. I don't know why they don't just like copy paste what they have here and put it into Blitz. I think that would be perfect, you know? Like Wargame, if you're watching, you've already done the hard part. Like, you designed these already in a different game. Why don't you just transfer your design into Blitz as well? You know? And it just like, of course, you're not going to be able to balance commanders the way you have them in this game. Like in this game, they have abilities or whatever. Just take away all abilities, keep the crew skills how they are, and just put commanders as cosmetic items. I guarantee you, no one's gonna have a problem with it, and a lot of people actually pay money for this happily, right? So I've talked about this before in my video. I don't really think I need to talk about it too much, but I just wanted to show you guys a little bit of some of the examples that we could have in the game. Now, if we go forward a little bit here, you can see like the different kinds of commanders you have. You have a lot of looking like goofy looking commanders. You have a lot of realistic World War II commanders, you know? It can, like, look at this for example. I mean, you have a lot of these like goofy looking Santa Claus. You have, I don't know what this guy is, you know, like it's just a lot of different styles, things you can come up with. Again, alien looking commander, like, bro, you can put whatever you want into the game as long as the rest of the player base doesn't have to see it. As like, if I'm playing a battle, right, I don't want to have to see an alien just sticking out like of the battle screen after the battle, you know, if it's not my alien, right? You know, so that's my you know, my take on it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Again, hope you guys enjoyed, and again, if you want to check out my video, I do have like the full guide on Reforged here. I have all my thoughts and everything, and I think actually a lot of the thoughts I had in this game, like on Reforged at least, were applied on this game. Like, they actually did everything I wanted, which like I'm really surprised about. I actually didn't know about this. Like, when I made my original review for Reforged, I didn't know that World Tanks Modern Armor actually has what I was talking about. Like, they actually implemented it already. So that just kind of reinforces, at least like from my part, at least makes me feel that, okay, whatever I was talking about before, I was actually right about it, because Wargaming actually applied it to their other game, you know? Maybe they didn't apply it exactly to the point where I want them to apply it, but still, at least they're on the right path. And you can see here as well, I didn't really talk about it, but on the official Wargaming Discord here, they did post a big announcement on commanders. They said very clearly here, commanders have been one of the most discussed, debated parts of the Reforged update. It's clear they remain a major concern for many of you. We've heard your feedback around imbalance, unfair crew transfer mechanic, and pay-to-win concerns. We're taking it seriously. We're currently evaluating next steps, and we will share more details with you soon. So, as you can see, very clearly, they are aware that commanders are a big issue. But again, I think they don't need to be a big issue. Commanders can be very easily a good thing in Blitz, you know? I think they can make it from something that like everybody is like really worried about, everyone's very concerned about, to something people are looking forward to, just by, you know, like applying what they basically did with this game here, you know? Again, this is a console game, and what, PlayStation 4, whatever, Xbox, I think it's on those devices. I'm pretty sure with with Unreal Engine, they can easily implement these kind of designs into Reforged. Like, I don't think they have any problem. I mean, you take a look at Reforged real quick, you can see the commanders in Reforged. I mean, you know, I'm pretty sure if they can make this guy in Reforged, they can definitely transfer this guy in there. Like, it's not that big of a difference. Do you see? Very similar looking. The texture is pretty similar. The design, the details, like, I'm very sure they can implement it if they want to, you know? Of course, it's going to take a little bit of work, but, you know, again, this is a business. You run a business. That's how you make money, and 100% you will profit off of this change, you know? I'm just, you know? So that's just my take on it. Again, hope you guys enjoyed it, and I know it's a bit of a short video, but I just wanted to show you guys some of the examples we can have in Reforged, and maybe also highlight to Wargaming that, hey, you know, like what you did with the other games is actually good. Maybe you can apply it to Blitz. Just, you know, apply it correctly to Blitz. Again, no abilities. Abilities will not work in Blitz. Blitz is a skill game. Keep Blitz how it is. You know, I have a whole rant on this on my other video. I'll have a link in the top right. And again, if you guys enjoy this kind of content, make sure you guys smash the like button. Make sure you subscribe as well if you're not already, and also make sure you comment. I want to hear what you guys think. What do you guys think about this? Do you think these kind of like designs would fit into Blitz? How would you feel about, you know, seeing a Montgomery or a Ninja Turtle, Raphael? You know, just let me know. What do you think? All right. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.